Hello everyone, welcome to Dada's FoodCrave kitchen. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the Gambian Moi Moi, which we call Oleleh in Gambia. This is not your typical Moi Moi. If you guys are interested in seeing how I make this Moi Moi, please stay tuned. And without any further ado, let's get cooking. So what you're going to need first is add the black eyed peas in a bowl. I am going to be using 3 cups of black eyed peas. You don't necessarily have to make 3 cups of black eyed peas. You can make 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup, 4 cup. It all depends how much moi moi you decide to make. Now what you're gonna need, I'm gonna soak the black eyed peas for at least one good 30 minutes. So once my beans is soaking for 30 minutes, I'm going to use half of an eggplant. I'm also going to be using 2 onions. I am going to use half of an orange bell pepper. I'm also going to be using half of a red bell pepper. I'm also going to be using 1 big habanero pepper. I'm going to use 3 Maggie cubes, salt to taste, and 2 cans of mackerel. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna chop up my eggplant into small pieces. I want to thank all my returning subscribers and all my new subscribers for all the love and support you guys been showing me. If you are new to my channel and you are enjoying this video, please hit that subscribe button and hit your notification bell, because you'll always be the first to know whenever I upload a new video. As you can see, I am chopping my onions into small pieces as well. Now I'm also cutting my orange bell pepper. Chopping up my red bell pepper into small pieces. And this is the habanero pepper I'm using. I'm only using 1 habanero pepper. If you don't like the heat, like I said, if you don't like spicy, you can take that out. What I'm doing here, I'm just going to open the can of mackerel. I am going to put it on my pan and put it in the oven and broil it all the way on top. I'm going to turn my oven all the way to broil. Now that my beans is soaked already for 30 minutes, I am just going to put the beans in a blender. This is an easy way to peel your beans out. So as you can see, I'm adding a lot of water into the blender, and at this point I am only going to use the pulse button on my blender. I'm not really blending the beans. I'm just using the pulse button on the blender to help take some of the skin out. If you ever want to make moi moi or oleleh, this is the best way to help you clean your beans really fast. Now that the beans is all pulsed up in the blender, this is how it looks like. As you can see, most of the skin, it's already off the beans. What you want to do, you get a strainer and a bowl and kind of rinse the beans up like so until it's totally clear, until you don't see any skin on the beans. This is the fastest way, the quickest way to peel your beans when you want to make your moi moi or your oleleh or akara or abala. And now that all the skin is all peeled off, this is how your beans supposed to look like. All nicely washed. The skin is all peeled off. And here's the skin that came off from the beans. Now this is very important. You want to make sure you get a strainer because you don't want that down your drain. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to blend my beans. I'm not going to put a lot of water. I'm just going to blend the beans with maybe 1 cup of water. So you want to blend it at this point until it really blended into a paste. Now that the beans is all blended into a paste, you want to put it into a large bowl, like so. If the beans is a little thick, you can simply just add a little bit of water into the beans to make it a little lighter. As you can see, it's a little bit thick. So what I did, I just put some water into the blender and rinse it out and add it into the bowl. At this point, I am not measuring how much palm oil, which you need palm oil to make your moi moi. I'm just putting enough palm oil into my beans. You don't necessarily have to make this moi moi with palm oil. If you don't have palm oil, you could simply use vegetable oil or coconut oil. Now I'm going to use all my chopped ingredients, my onions, my eggplant, habanero pepper, bell pepper, and onions. As you can see, I'll add a little bit more water into the beans because it was too thick. Now I'm gonna add 3 cubes of Maggie. At this point, I'm using 3 cubes of Maggie. Depending on, like I said, on the size, you want to make sure you put enough seasoning or enough salt into your moi moi to your own liking. Now you're gonna make sure you mix it all up. Make sure all the seasoning, all the salt is good to go. This was my mackerel that I put in the oven and broil it, and this is how it looks like when after it was already broiled. So what I'm doing here is I'm just gonna open it up and take the bone out of the mackerel. You don't want the bone in there, you just want to take the bone out and break it into pieces and put it into your moi moi mixture, your oleleh mixture. This moi moi is so rich. This, like I said earlier, this is not your typical moi moi. This moi moi is full of really good stuff. So now you want to use a foil paper and make it like a pocket so that you can start making your moi moi, your oleleh. So as you can see, I made my foil into a pocket. So all you need is add as many scoops as you want, but you don't want to fill it up all the way to the top because you want to give some space to close in the moi moi pocket, because if you fill it all the way to the top, you won't be able to close the foil. So as you can see, I'm using my steamer pot to make my moi moi, my oleleh. You can use any steamer pot you got, as long as you can steam the moi moi, that's fine. Some people bake their moi moi, but I would recommend not to bake your moi moi because it tends to come out really dry. You want to make your moi moi, when you want a really moist moi moi, you want to steam it. So now the moi moi is going into the steamer pot. Now I'm gonna steam it for at least one good 45 minutes to 50 minutes. And you also want to put a plastic bag over it so that you make sure no steam is escaping from the pot. Now give it one good 45 minutes to 50 minutes and your moi moi should be done. This was half through, like 35 minutes. I came to check to see if the moi moi is already cooking. The only way you can tell that it's almost done, just squeeze it, and if it pushed up, you know it's already cooking and it's almost getting ready to be done. And voila, our moi moi, after 45 minutes to 50 minutes, our moi moi, our oleleh is ready. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys try this recipe, please let me know, and please leave your comment down below. And if you are new to my channel, like I said, just hit that subscribe button because you will always be the first to know when a new video is uploaded. If you have never tried moi moi with bread, try moi moi with bread because it's really delicious. So this is how my moi moi, my oleleh, looks like. It is so rich. You can see the eggplant, the onions, all the goodies in the moi moi. It was so filling. I could not even finish 3 moi moi. I only ate like 2. And voila, this is my moi moi. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Ta-ta. I'll see you soon. Bye.